You hold a warm cup in your hand almost every morning. Maybe it's coffee, maybe tea, maybe whatever helps you wake up and settle into the day. But here's something most men don't realize. As you move past 60, the smallest choices in your cup can shape your energy, your metabolism, your heart health, even how young and steady you feel throughout the day. And one of the most powerful changes doesn't come in a pill bottle or from some expensive supplement. It comes from something older than any modern medicine: green tea. Simple, familiar, but surprisingly transformative when you understand what's inside it. Think about this for a moment. Most men past 60 feel that slow dip in the afternoon. The energy fades, the focus drifts, the body feels a little heavier than it used to. You might blame age or sleep or stress, but inside your body, something deeper is happening. Inflammation rises, metabolism slows. And the cells that once repaired themselves quickly now take a little longer, work a little harder. And that's where green tea quietly steps into the picture. Not as a trendy drink, not as a magic fix, but as a daily tool that aligns with how your body naturally wants to function at this stage of life. When you hear the words green tea, maybe you think of something mild, something light, maybe something you never quite got used to. But green tea is a powerhouse disguised as a gentle drink. Inside every cup, there are compounds that protect your cells from aging, support your heart, sharpen your mind, and even help steady your blood sugar. And when you're over 60, these benefits don't just add comfort, they build strength. They build confidence. They give you back pieces of yourself that you thought were long gone. Let me share something I've seen again and again. A man reaches 60, 65, maybe 70. He feels slower, not because he's weak, but because his body is fighting quiet battles he can't see. Joints feel stiff. Sleep doesn't restore like it used to. Weight creeps in slowly around the middle. And he feels like he's losing that spark, the spark that once made him feel sharp, capable, steady. Then he starts something simple. 1 cup of green tea a day. Not a diet, not a program, just a habit. And little by little, his body responds. The inflammation that once made him feel heavy begins to cool. The antioxidant shield in green tea starts repairing the tiny bits of wear and tear that weaken energy over time. His metabolism wakes up. His mind feels clearer, steadier. And he notices something subtle but important. He feels like himself again. Green tea is rich in a compound called EGCG. Now, you don't need the science, but you deserve to know the truth behind why it works. EGCG is like a guardian for your cells. It protects them from the stress and damage that naturally build with age. Imagine your cells carrying little shields, blocking the things that slow them down. That's what EGCG does. And for a man over 60, that protection is priceless. Because as you age, your body loses some of its natural defenses. Green tea helps restore them, but here's where it gets even more interesting. Green tea doesn't just protect. It energizes in a way that coffee can't. Coffee pushes, it jolts, it forces your body awake. Green tea nudges, it supports, it fuels your energy gently, steadily, without the crash or jitters. That comes from a natural compound called L-theanine. If caffeine is the spark, L-theanine is the balance. Together, they give you calm, focused energies, something every man past 60 appreciates more than ever. Let me tell you about someone who felt this shift firsthand. His name is Raymond, 71 years old, retired mechanic, still sharp but tired of feeling exhausted by noon. Every day he'd start strong, but by early afternoon his shoulders would slump. His mind would drift and his energy would disappear. His daughter told him, "Dad, try adding green tea to your morning instead of that second cup of coffee." He laughed at first. One drink changing his whole day sounded unlikely. But he tried it anyway. 1 cup of green tea each morning, sometimes warm, sometimes iced. After 2 weeks, something felt different. His afternoons didn't drag. His mind wasn't foggy. He was moving easier, breathing easier, thinking clearer. By the end of the month, He said, "I feel like someone turned the dimmer switch back up. Nothing extreme, nothing dramatic, just steady, reliable energy." And that's what green tea does. Supports your body where it needs support most. Another powerful thing green tea does is help your heart. As you cross 60, your heart becomes your closest partner. Every beat, every breath, every movement depends on its strength. Green tea helps your blood flow more smoothly, supports healthy cholesterol, reduces the kind of inflammation that slowly weakens your cardiovascular system. Not with force, not with chemicals, but with natural compounds your body understands instantly. You might not realize this yet, but green tea also supports your metabolism in a way that becomes more important with each passing year. When you were 30, you could eat a sandwich, walk for 10 minutes, and burn it off. Now, your body plays by different rules. Muscle mass declines, fat becomes stubborn, energy becomes harder to generate. Green tea helps your body break down stored fat more efficiently. It helps your cells use energy better. And over time, that creates a noticeable shift in how you feel when you wake up, how you move, and even how you sleep. That's the quiet magic of green tea. Not hype, not marketing. It's just a natural ally that works with your body instead of against it. And once you understand what it can do, you start to see your daily habits differently. You start to realize that small choices create big results, especially at this stage of life. When you begin adding green tea into your day, something interesting happens. You don't just feel a little lighter or a little more awake. Start noticing the subtle ways your body responds to being nourished instead of pushed. That's the difference between forcing energy and supporting it. And the more your body feels supported, the more it gives back. This is why so many men over 60 discover that green tea becomes more than just a drink. It becomes a small daily ritual that reminds them they're still in control of their health, their energy, and their future. One of the things most men overlook at this age is digestion. You might not talk about it often, but your gut plays a direct role in your energy, your mood, your weight, even your immune system. As you age, digestion becomes more sensitive. Meals sit heavier. Bloating appears more often. And your gut doesn't break food down with the same efficiency it once did. Green tea gently supports digestion in a way that makes your whole body feel lighter. Its natural compounds help your stomach process food more smoothly, reduce bloating, and support the good bacteria your gut depends on. When your digestion works well, your energy rises, your mood stabilizes, and even your sleep improves. It's a chain reaction your body feels immediately. I once spoke with a man named Harold, 66, who had been struggling with sluggish digestion for years. He wasn't sick, just uncomfortable. His meals made him tired. He felt bloated after almost everything he ate. He said, "I've tried pills, herbs, nothing sticks." I recommended something simple: green tea 30 minutes after lunch. He shrugged, thinking it wouldn't matter. But after a week, he called and said, "I don't feel heavy anymore. I don't need a nap after lunch. I feel awake." What he didn't realize at first was that better digestion gave him back the energy he thought age had taken away. Green tea didn't fix everything overnight, but it gave his body the nudge it needed to work smoothly again. Another area where green tea becomes a quiet hero is brain health. After 60, your mind becomes one of your most precious assets. If you want clarity, focus, memory, the sharpness that helps you stay independent and confident, green tea nourishes the brain in a way that coffee often can't. Its antioxidants reduce inflammation in the brain, which is one of the hidden causes of memory decline and mental fatigue. And the gentle combination of caffeine and L-theanine improves focus without strain. Men often say they feel more present, more steady, or more clear-headed after adding green tea to their routine. There's a man I'll never forget, Mr. Lawson, 73, retired teacher, still active, still reading, still learning. But he told me something that stuck with me. "I don't want to lose my mental sharpness. I don't care about six-pack abs. I just want my mind to stay young." He started drinking green tea every morning instead of that strong black coffee he'd relied on for decades. After a month, he said he felt something shift. Not dramatically, Not instantly, but gradually. He could focus longer on books. He remembered conversations more clearly. His mind felt lighter, like it wasn't fighting through fog. That's what green tea does, preserves the sharpness that makes you feel like yourself. And then there's the heart. At this age, your heart is the engine of your life. Every step, every breath, every task depends on how well it's functioning. Many men find themselves monitoring blood pressure, cholesterol, and circulation more than ever before. Green tea supports the heart in a gentle but powerful way. It helps relax blood vessels, improves circulation, protects them from oxidative stress, the kind of damage that builds over the years. For many men, this means fewer heavy moments, fewer breathless steps, and more confidence in their body's strength. But maybe one of the most overlooked benefits of green tea is how it supports blood sugar. Once you reach your 60s, blood sugar swings can affect your energy, your mood, and even your appetite. Green tea helps stabilize those swings by improving how your body handles glucose. When your blood sugar stays steady, you avoid the mid-afternoon crash, the sudden hunger, the irritability, and the fatigue that often seem random but really come from your body struggling to balance itself. One small cup becomes a steadying hand for your entire system. Let me share something that surprises many men. Green tea also contributes to healthier weight management. Not extreme weight loss, not drastic changes, but sustainable, steady support. The catechins inside green tea help your body burn fat more efficiently. And because it boosts metabolism gently, it becomes easier to maintain a healthy weight, especially around the midsection, an area that becomes stubborn with age. I've seen men who struggled for years suddenly notice their waistline shrinking slowly, naturally, without pushing themselves into harsh diets or strenuous workouts. Just by adding green tea to their daily rhythm, their body begins responding differently. When you're over 60, your body doesn't need extreme measures. It needs consistency. It needs habits that nourish instead of strain. And green tea fits effortlessly into that kind of lifestyle. You don't need to change everything. You don't need to reinvent yourself. You just need one small shift that aligns with your body's needs in this stage of life. And that leads to something even more powerful: confidence. Many men don't talk about it, but aging can chip away at confidence. Slower movement, lower energy, unpredictability in how the body responds day to day all weighs on the mind. But when you start feeling more awake, more stable, more capable, even from one simple daily habit, something inside you stands taller again. You begin to feel in control. You begin to feel strong. You begin to feel alive in a way that reminds you of the man you've always been. Green tea isn't about being perfect. It's about supporting your body naturally so you can keep doing the things you love, keep showing up for the people who matter, and keep feeling proud of yourself every single day. As you continue building this simple ritual into your daily life, something deeper begins to take shape. It's not just about the energy or the digestion or even the sharper mind. It's about how you start feeling in your own body again. There is a quiet confidence that returns when you know you're doing something good for yourself, something that supports your longevity without overwhelming you. And that's the true beauty of green tea. It gives you strength without strain, supports your health without demanding big changes. It becomes a partner, not a prescription. But one of the most meaningful effects of green tea appears in a place many men and tea talk about openly: the immune system. At this age, your immunity is your armor. Every season brings challenges, every winter brings reminders, and every new ache makes you wonder if your system is slowing down. Green tea steps in here with a kind of protection that's gentle but steady. Its antioxidants reinforce your immune cells, helping them stay active, alert, and responsive. You're not just avoiding sickness, you're building resilience. The kind of resilience that lets you wake up each day knowing your body is prepared, strong, supported from the inside out. I remember a man named Elias, 69, always described himself as the guy who catches everything. Every cold, every cough, every seasonal bug seemed to find him. When he began drinking green tea daily, not much changed at first. But over time, he noticed winter passing without his usual round of sickness. His energy stayed stable. His body felt lighter. He laughed one day and said, "I don't know what's happening, but I feel like my system finally has my back again." That's what green tea does for the immune system. It doesn't shout, doesn't rush. It simply strengthens the foundation that protects you every day. And then there's something most men feel but rarely discuss: stress. At this stage of life, stress shows up in a different way. It's not just deadlines or responsibilities anymore. It's concern about health, about family, about the future. It's the quiet weight of things you've carried for years. Green tea contains a compound that helps balance this weight. L-theanine, the same natural substance that supports focus, also calms the mind. It smooths those edges of worry and helps your brain settle into a more relaxed rhythm. Not sleepy, not dull, simply calm. Many men describe it as a kind of inner quiet, a moment where the noise softens and the mind feels clear again. When you're over 60, that calmness becomes priceless. It helps you make decisions with clarity, enjoy your day without tension, and keep your emotions steady when life becomes overwhelming. One small cup can feel like a breath your mind has been waiting to take. As your body and mind begin to feel more supported, you might notice something else that catches you by surprise. Better sleep. At this age, sleep can become unpredictable. You fall asleep easily but wake up too soon, or you toss and turn, unable to fully rest. But when your energy is steadier during the day, when your digestion is smoother, when your stress levels settle, sleep naturally becomes deeper, easier, more restorative. Green tea works indirectly here, creating balance in your system that gently improves your nights. There was a gentleman named Ron, 72, who struggled with sleep for nearly a decade. He tried everything: supplements, changes in routine, even new pillows and mattresses. Nothing stuck. But after he added green tea during the day, not at night, but early morning and early afternoon, something changed. His body felt calmer by evening. His mind wasn't racing. He fell asleep easier, and he stayed asleep longer. It wasn't the tea itself at bedtime. It was the balance created throughout the day. That's the quiet brilliance of green tea. It doesn't force your body. It guides it back into a healthier rhythm. And with all these benefits building slowly, consistently, something powerful happens internally. You start to feel capable again. You start to feel like your age isn't holding you back. It's just giving you a new perspective. That sense of vitality, the spark that makes you want to take a walk. Try a new hobby, call an old friend, or simply enjoy your day with more energy. That's the real gift behind this simple habit. You're not chasing youth, you're strengthening the present. What surprises many men is how much emotional strength grows from physical improvement. When your body feels supported, your spirit rises. When your energy lifts, so does your motivation. When your mind feels clear, your confidence returns. You start making better choices naturally, not because you're trying to be disciplined, but because you feel good enough to want more for yourself. And this is where your journey becomes something meaningful. You're not just drinking green tea. You're choosing vitality. You're choosing clarity. You're choosing to show up for your own life with energy and intention. That's the kind of decision that shapes the next decade of your life, not just the next day. And if you're watching this right now, it means you care. You care enough to learn, to grow, to do something good for yourself. That alone is strength. That alone is momentum. And if one cup of green tea becomes the habit that sparks that momentum for you, then you're already on the right path. If you found value in this and you feel inspired to take that small step toward a healthier, stronger version of yourself, I'd love to hear from you. Share your age, your routine, or even the reason you're considering green tea. Your story might encourage another man your age to start his own journey. And if this helped you, go ahead and tap the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Not for me, but for yourself. Because staying informed, staying engaged, and staying intentional about your health is one of the greatest decisions you can make. No matter what age you are, no matter what challenges you've faced, you still have the power to strengthen your body, your mind, and your energy. And sometimes, all it takes is one small daily ritual to remind you that you're still in control. You deserve to feel strong. You deserve to feel steady. And you deserve a life filled with vitality. Keep going, keep caring, and keep choosing the habits that help you feel alive one cup at a time.